Okay. 1 in 5 Americans hold student loans. In Maine, the average student loan borrower has approximately $33,000 in debt. That's why the topic of student loan forgiveness is one that a lot of people are following in our state and across the country as well. Jen Burke from the Maine Credit Union League is here to talk about a few timely deadlines that are coming up that may impact some student loan borrowers, which really is a lot of us, Jen. We've been hearing a lot about student loan forgiveness, and for those of us with significant student debt, is there hope for that?
You know, I think there is. It's a hot topic in Washington. There's a lot of speculation out there about what the Biden administration may or may not do on this topic. But President Biden has indicated that in August, he will make an announcement about wide-scale student loan debt forgiveness. So if you are one of those borrowers that have been anxiously awaiting and following this topic, you know, there might be some good news coming within the next couple of weeks. And that makes a lot of sense because at the end of August 31st to be exact, the pandemic relief that a lot of student loan borrowers have been taking advantage of is expiring. You know, when the pandemic started, March 2020, they put a pause on repaying federal student loan debt to give people some flexibility. You know, they recognized people were harmed because of the pandemic. So many borrowers haven't been paying their federal student loans since 2020. Well, that's going to change in a few weeks. So it makes sense that an announcement would be coming soon, and hopefully it's good news for student loan borrowers.
Yeah, hopefully some student loan borrowers took the opportunity to maybe even pay down the principal on some of this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be kind of an ideal situation. But the president has already canceled some student loan debt, right?
He has. You know, in June, he canceled $5.8 billion worth of student loan debt. He's canceled more student loan debt than any president before him. So this brings me back to those deadlines. If you work for the government or in a nonprofit agency, you might be eligible for a public service loan forgiveness program. While this program isn't new, they did add some flexibilities to the program last October, which had expanded eligibility. But those flexibilities expire on October 31st. So again, it's another deadline. If you think you might qualify for that, you want to look into that now. Go to studentaid.gov and see if you qualify, because there's money and forgiveness on the table, and you want to try to take advantage of it while there's some flexibility. When that program was first rolled out, some people didn't qualify. So you want to get in now while you still have those flexibilities available to you.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of deadlines to remember, but definitely want to take advantage of what's available. What else should borrowers keep in mind?
Well, you know, interest rates are rising. So if you are thinking about perhaps consolidating your debt or refinancing your debt, you know, now's really a good time because all indications point that interest rates are only going to continue to rise. So take advantage of perhaps refinancing if it works well for you. And I also encourage you to, you know, do your homework. There are other programs out there that offer forgiveness or discounts on the interest rates that you've been paying, you know, so you might be eligible for a program that you're not taking advantage of. You know, there are schools that engaged in some fraudulent activities. Some students can get benefits from that. If you have a qualifying disability, you could get your student loan debt forgiven. You know, teachers have some loan forgiveness programs. You know, there's certain qualifications that need to be met, but my goodness, it's such a big problem. You know, there's so many people buried in debt. Do your homework, see what is out there, and also look into what we have here in Maine. We've got a really attractive loan repayment tax credit program in Maine that people should be taking advantage of. So if you're buried in debt, if you're feeling the crunch, I understand, you know, but see what might be available and reach out to a financial professional, go to your credit union or a bank and see if somebody can kind of help you look at your big portfolio and see if you can get your student loan debt better managed. I understand it's very overwhelming, and if you are one of those people that are feeling the crunch of this, you know, you're not alone. A lot of people here in Maine and across the country have quite a bit of student loan debt.
Yes, and there is a little bit of help out there, so, you know, make sure you take advantage of it.
Take advantage of it, do your homework, and take advantage of it while you can.
All right. Jen Burke from the Maine Credit Union League, thank you very much for those tips. Obviously so important as so many of us face student loan debt. Senator Susan